Hi everyone, welcome to Who Said What with your hosts Heba and Nira. We're two sisters in our 40s with lots of stories to share. Having lived across Egypt, the US, Saudi, Kuwait, Dubai, and Europe, we share a unique mix of cultural insights and fresh perspectives. In each episode, we dive into the unfiltered sides of entrepreneurship, motherhood, relationships, and the crazy dynamics of family life. Well, actually, of our crazy family life. Ever wonder how cultures shape our ideas of success, love, and happiness? And why some topics are completely taboo in one country, yet casual conversation in another? Well, we're here to spill the tea, no sugarcoating, just real talk and a lot of laughs. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's dive into another episode of Who Said What. Okay, so funny, Nira. Hi, everyone. We are back with another episode of Who Said What.
It's been a year.
It's been a year since we launched our first episode. We
lost our virginity to the podcast world.
Yeah, exactly. Since we launched our first episode, and so given that Valentine's Day is right around the corner, we are going to circle back and go back to our first episode and talk about all these wonderful things, what has happened in 2024, because, you know, we want an exclusive update here about your love life, because I have not heard anything, by the way.
That's because there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing.
So since then, you haven't dated anybody in 2024? Since the last, there was 2024. We spoke about that last year.
Yes, we remember 2024. Very well. No, I haven't dated anybody since.
What? So it's been like, how long? Has it been like 10 months? 12 months? Oh, God. Okay, Nira. Okay.
11 months, maybe. Let's go right in between 10 and 12.
Let's go right into these questions then. Okay, so...
Honestly, I'm kind of happy. It doesn't bother me at all. Every time I get into a relationship and get out of a relationship, I'm really just kind of happy being with me. So, and then I've been really busy with work, actually, alhamdulillah. So I feel like I want to focus on that.
Yeah, you seem to be doing a lot of good socializing. So you're good. You're in a good place.
I don't socialize that much. But I've been, baking. Work has been picking up. So it's good. I'm busy. Yeah.
Okay, so
she has a ton of questions.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
have a ton of questions now.
I'm
trying to think of where to start. Do I
start?
Since you haven't dated anybody in the past year, so we can't talk about the last date because we spoke about that on the first episode of our podcast a year ago. So
I haven't gone out on any
so
dates.
No dating adventure since. Not even like we spoke about dating apps, not even a little thing on a dating app. Nothing happened there.
No, no.
See, there's something there.
There's no dating apps. No dating. I'm not into that. But actually, I was just thinking. Let me think. No, I haven't been talking to anybody at all. But with the new year, I decided, you know what? I'm not into New Year's resolutions, but I did. What do you say? How do you say it in the world of The Secret? I
manifested.
I put an intention out there. Did you put an intention out there?
Yeah.
I said that's it. An affirmation. I'm like, that's it. I refuse to attract married men. I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm putting out a wrong vibe. I got to change the vibe. Or if I don't change my vibe because I like my vibe, I'm just like, dude, I'm so disgusted by them almost. So I'm completely off of that, actually. So
that's a good affirmation to put out there. We don't want married men. Bad karma.
I'm really excited about that. And then, so it's just, I'm just taking it easy and going with the flow.
Okay.
Really.
Okay, then maybe we should... Okay, so maybe we do some rapid fire questions.
Oh, God. Okay. Huh. I've never done this before. Go, Heba.
Okay, so what would you prefer? Would you prefer to get a cringy love poem from somebody, or
Oh my God, I actually got a letter one time.
Or like a super cheesy
gifts.
Oh my God, this is the same thing though. I wouldn't.
No, they're not. Some women love that. You know, once I had a guy write a poem about me, but this was really weird because
I had a guy write a letter about like.
I want to hear that, but I'm going to tell you mine because that's the only thing I'm going to contribute here on this episode. It was a long time ago, and this guy was really odd with me. Anyways, he would appear and disappear into my life. You don't know. You don't know. You've never met him.
All right.
You come in and out.
I do know she's just saying that.
No, you don't. You don't. You really don't.
Okay.
He's come in and out of my life a few times, and then all of a sudden, and he writes, and he was doing poetry, and anyways, so I told a friend of mine to come with me because I didn't want to be alone with him. So we were going to have coffee.
I know who you're talking about, by the way.
Oh
yes, I do. Anyways, continue.
And then, so he was saying, you know, he's doing this poem for his dissertation or something like that. I don't remember the details because it was quite a long time ago now. It's like probably 20 years ago. And so he's reading the poem. And then towards like the middle, I'm kind of thinking, is this about me? But I looked at him like this, like, that sounds kind of about me. But he's like, no, it's not. And then me and my girlfriend look at each other kind of like, does sound like it's about me. But it's like there was a nice part and then there was a fucked up part. You know what I mean?
Really
I don't remember
part.
the details, but it was like kind of like, it made me feel like he was going into a dark space because, I mean, anyways, it was just so weird. And then he's like, no, it's not about you at all. And then the next day he called me up and he gave me a book of poems that he wrote and he dedicated it to me. I was like, okay. And I don't think I ever seen him since. Anyways, so which one would you prefer? Cringy poem or cheesy gift?
Cringy poem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
At least it's something you can like
burn it.
Good one. Okay, next question. Would you rather date someone who has zero social media presence or somebody who overshares and overposts?
Doesn't have any.
Okay. Cool. Would you rather have
I still tell you about that letter that person wrote me. It was
okay, then go back. Tell me.
No. It was this older married man that was hitting on me. Yay!
I know who it is.
No, you don't. He's not Egyptian, by the way.
Okay.
He was...
Interesting.
It was where I worked. And much older. Married, but that... what's it called? When they're married but separated, but they don't get a divorce. Open marriage.
Separate.
Open marriage.
Separated. No, open marriage is different from separated. Separated, they're not getting along. They don't have any kind of relationship or physical.
They had
anything.
kids. They had kids.
Yeah, but they don't have physical relationship. Open marriage means that you're married to somebody and you're actually having sexual.
Well, they obviously.
Escapades with other people.
From what but she lived somewhere else, and they didn't live in the same country. Anyways, so he was hitting me, and I'm like, okay, he wrote me a letter. What was it? Titled "Kissing Nira." It was so well written, by the way. It was it was a bit on this, the kind of like a sensual side, but I omit that part.
Oh, so it was a sex?
No, it wasn't. It was not. A
pornographic letter.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't at all. It was
nice and sweet.
It was very well written, actually.
Okay.
Like a book well written kind of a thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Where did I put that letter?
You burnt it, probably.
No, because I had it on email.
Oh, okay. So you can look back at it.
I can, actually.
Okay. Third question. Would you rather have a relationship with somebody who's insanely attractive, but unreliable, or a long-term thing with somebody who's boring as shit?
Wow, you made it seem so. So the very good-looking one is what?
Unreliable. You know, he's there sometimes, then he disappears a bit. The boring fucker.
boring as shit fucker. Because I've had too many of the other one where I'm just like, I'm so over that as well. Where it's, you just never know. No, I need somebody that's there that I can count on if I'm having one of my shit fits or I hate everybody. So no, boring and unreliable, I guess.
Okay, next one.
What a horrible
Valentine's dinner. Do you go out with your friends that are couples and you're like the third wheel, or will you stay at home?
I will stay at home.
And like maybe these couples are not doing like a Valentine's dinner.
Most
like,
of people don't
romantic
do
thing.
Valentine's dinner with other couples. It's either one-on-one or they stay at home. They
Do
go out.
people actually even do that anymore?
I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Okay, well, I don't know. I've never done that. I don't think
don't
married people
care.
do that at all. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Would you rather get ghosted after a great date or have a painfully awkward second date where you realize that he's not into you? They're both just bad. They're both quite bad,
I
aren't
don't
they?
really. Yeah, either one. You don't really. Ghosted is just as bad as having a horrible second date. So.
But at least there's closure with the second awkward date, right? You're like, no, not good for me.
A great date, according to me, then I must be delusional. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to go out? Like, no, I'm okay with him ghosting me.
Okay, cool. Would you rather have your dating history turned into a Netflix comedy special or a tragic indie film? Comedy special.
Good for sure.
All the way.
Because I
It's all comedy.
I have so many funny stories. I don't even know where to begin. It's just like, how did this shit keep happening to me?
I know.
And I don't do anything. I'm really a good person.
Yeah, but you've got funny stories, girl.
I've got like crazy stories things that have happened to me.
Okay.
Like movie crazy shit.
Yeah, I know. Like Good Luck Chuck, kind of funny movie. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a first date where they talk to you the entire time about their ex, or a date who refuses to tell you anything about his past life?
Oh. Somebody that refuses to tell me anything about his past life. I don't need to know about the girlfriends, ex-girlfriends.
Okay.
And it's
but you know, some people I noticed, I'm like that. I'm very discreet. And I don't like to talk about any of my exes or things like that. But I noticed guys get insecure about that.
It's guys, it's almost like they want you to talk about
But
their exes.
I was surprised.
I
I thought that nobody would want to hear that. I wouldn't really.
I don't care to. Like, to me, whoever you dated before me, I don't give a shit, actually. And I'm not the jealous type. You dated whoever you dated before me, good for you, have fun. But sometimes I always find when they talk to me about, because they a lot of times they do talk a lot about, and they give details about ex-girlfriends. I'm like, I
think that's
want
super
to
inappropriate.
know. But I don't like talking about my private life with anybody I meet, because why do you need to know?
Yeah, I think
Who I
it's personal.
dated, and then what if you bump into the person I dated one time out? It gets awkward. Who wants that? I don't want that. I'm good without that. So, but then I've had guys who are like, Nira, you don't talk at all about your exes, and I'm kind of so surprised. I'm like, why would you want to know anything about my exes?
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird.
I wonder, maybe a guy can shed some light on this. So anybody listening to this who's a male,
2 guys have told me that.
They can tell us, why would they want to hear about the girl you're dating now? Why would you want to hear about her ex-boyfriends? Okay.
What if you know them? You might know them. It's just weird, actually.
Okay, now, another question.
Okay.
What is your ideal date? I would say Valentine's date, but it can be any date. If you actually had one. So this could be like your kind of secret manifestation. So tell me, what would be your secret ideal date?
Ideal date?
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about
first
a first
date.
date. Oh,
no,
Lord.
first date.
Really?
Or date, whatever. Doesn't matter. Whatever makes it easier for you.
God, it'd be so different if you're not in Egypt, though. You know, that's the thing.
Would you like just like a nice like dinner date, or would you like that guy that you went out with that likes to defy death on a daily basis, like puts you on his roof, his car roof, and drives like hell?
I don't know. Like, I would have said, dinner and a movie when I was younger, because that's always.
But you still like movies.
I still like movies, but then now when you go to movies, there's an awkwardness to it. When you're younger, yeah. When you get older, there's.
Maybe because you're older, he falls asleep.
No, I fall asleep.
Snores?
I'm the one that's falling asleep, not them. I'm like, oh, it's dark, it's quiet. I think.
But you always fell asleep.
Exactly, it's a disaster. So definitely, movie is a no-go. I don't know. I think I just want to be surprised. Actually, I find. Actually, this one guy on my first date took me to a restaurant in Ain Sokhna. I
From
met
Cairo,
him.
you guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
I met him for.
That's cute.
He was living in Tagammo and next to Atamea Heights, that area. And I met him there, and then we drove together to. So I was like, why are we gonna go? Why? Okay, you want to take me all the way to Ain Sokhna for lunch? Fine. And I actually bumped into Sam and Yulia there. It was cute. It was different. You don't unexpected.
So something unexpected.
It was unexpected. So it wasn't, the standard, or I'll take you. And I don't need somebody to spend like all that money going to a fancy restaurant. The surprise of that was nice, actually. I was
okay, cool.
It was different.
If your love life, this is not going to be very easy, actually. I was kind of thinking about this. If your love life was a theme song, what would it be?
A theme song? This has to be a song that we know?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, God. Can we get back to that one? Because I can't even, I literally...
I'll tell you. Let me give you something.
If my love life?
Yeah.
But my love life is kind of non-existent right now, so I don't even,
What would it be? Something definitely from, Shot Through the Heart.
No.
But
please.
What is it? I don't even know the lyrics. John Bon Jovi?
Yeah. You give love a bad name?
Yeah. There you go.
I give love a bad name? I don't give love a bad name.
No, I mean, basically relationships.
No.
Anyways, okay, so you can't think of anything.
A virgin touch for the very first time.
What?
Like a virgin? No.
Yes, that's not a bad one.
Of course not.
Like a virgin. Madonna. That's a good one. Best thing about being single on Valentine's Day?
Being single on Valentine's Day.
Okay, cool. One red flag that you always spot immediately.
And then a guy?
Which I would have to say the red flags you don't spot immediately.
I don't spot them, actually.
They're waving right there and you don't see them. You do not see that red flag.
I don't care. Or maybe I just don't care about the red flags. Most of the time I just don't care about the red flags. I'm like, whatever. What's a red flag? You mean quality in a guy?
Red flag, like something that you should have known, you're like, yeah, I should have known that was not a good thing. Actually, one that you mentioned is the talking about their exes too much.
That's not really a red flag.
To me, that's a major red flag.
Really?
Oh my God. If I'm sitting with a guy and he's talking to me about details about his, saying things about his ex, I would be like, ooh, bye-bye.
Okay, I get
that is red flag.
Red flag is definitely when a guy gives me details about their exes.
Yeah, because you even mentioned that.
No, because if you're telling me everything you've done with the person, plus you're giving me a name, and Cairo is a big city but quite small, and I knew 3 of them. So 4.
Yeah, no, not
so
good.
I don't. I'm private and I'm not private. The stuff that I let people know about me is because I'm not embarrassed and I don't give a shit. But there are a lot of things that I'm super private about. So, and
as should everybody be.
My, relationships should remain private.
What's one green flag that you rarely see and you wish you would?
Green flag, I've seen most of the time they're generous, so that's I already see that anyway.
Maybe a little boring.
What's a green flag? But that's boring. It's not really a green flag. It's kind of like orange, just in between.
No, but isn't it? Okay. I feel like some people can dismiss somebody who feels like a little bit boring, but they don't necessarily, maybe they portray themselves maybe as a little boring, but they're not, and they're probably good for the long term.
Well, I'm not usually attracted. Looks are important, but not super important. So it doesn't. You always see the green flags. It's the other stuff that if there's no chemistry, there's no chemistry as well, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So
it's
to me, is chemistry a red flag? Really?
Well,
because sometimes you can develop when you start to like the person.
It's true,
you know what I'm saying? I've been with guys that, let's say, you're not like, oh my God, they're wow. But I have so much fun with them and I can be myself so much around them that they get way better looking and I get more attached. So that's, And it's little things. So I'm not, definitely, I think mom always says that I'm near, you're being too picky and you've gotten too used to being alone. I'm like, no, it's not about that. But there's some points that are just really important. And I'm not willing to compromise on certain things.
Yeah, and I think
if I'm going to compromise on them, then it's not serious for me. And I get out of relationships very quickly. If I don't feel it after a couple of weeks, there's no point in wasting my time, kind of a thing.
Okay, last one. If you could give your past self one piece of advice, what would it be? About relationships, obviously.
About relationships. Well, if I can give myself one piece of advice from past relationships, but I already changed that, actually. I was going to say, don't, because in one relationship, I remember being in one relationship and I was really morphing into something that it wasn't me, trying to please the person. And it really felt sad because the person on the other end just turned out to be a cruel SOB.
Dickhead.
He was just nasty, full on nasty and unpleasant. And so he, I should have broken up with him way before. So yeah, that was the only thing. You made me lose my train of thought.
Sorry. No, but you said
he was so changing. And I changed a lot. I felt like I really controlled certain things that are who I am. And then when it ended, I was pissed that I had.
You had catered to him so much?
Oh, so pissed I catered to him so much.
Yeah.
And then I catered to, there's another person that's like...
Yeah, that's definitely a piece of advice that I would give any girl.
Do not be generous.
Do not change who you are to please another person. And I think we always feel it instinctively, like deep down inside.
I knew.
We know if we're trying too, or if you're trying too hard, I feel like it's never good.
So, and then there's this other guy I dated where you know me, I'm generous. If I'm with somebody or my friends, I like to buy gifts. So I bought, they're not expensive gifts, but I bought like little stuff that I knew he would like.
You're very thoughtful.
But that was misconstrued. It was, he thought that I was like head over heels and I really wasn't. But, and that kind of, but then I'm not really going to change that side of me. But you told me, you're like, Nira. I'm like, yes, okay. Next time
Yeah, definitely.
Has to be more serious.
Okay, that's it for my questions. Anything you want to add? Anything you want to say to anybody?
Are you going to do anything for Valentine's Day? Because you are married. Why not?
I'm telling you, married people do not do anything for Valentine's Day. We are the least romantic people. Last time I had a Valentine's Day was last time I liked Valentine's Day was in my teens. In my 20s. I don't think anything beyond that. You remember I used to get so many nice gifts when I was a teenager. Even then, by the way, I used to find it a little bit cringy. But I remember getting like a stuffed toy, a stuffed animal. I was like kind of like, okay, this is a little much. I was 15 or 14. But it was cute.
It was cute.
Because I was in love with him then.
But that's also what you did.
But that's different. But now, no. I mean, if Hazem did anything for me for Valentine's Day, I would be like kind of like, what the fuck? I would, you know what I'd do? I'd be like, he is sleeping with somebody else.
He's cheating on me.
He's cheating on me for sure. I'd be like,
Yeah.
Because what the hell? We never do Valentine's Day things. Anyways.
I wonder what's going to be happening on Valentine's Day this year in Cairo. It'd be interesting to...
Maybe we can do something for Valentine's Day with the kids. Oh, jeez. Oh. Anyways, okay.
Somebody ordered cookies for me for Valentine's Day, but...
Heart-shaped?
Yeah. Do you have any heart-shaped cookie cutters?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. I'll take it.
Okay. On that note, that's it. Now we have an exclusive update of Nira's love life and where we're going with this and what's happening so far. So, anybody want to share any advice on Valentine's Day? Send in their opinions.
What advice are they going to give you for Valentine's Day?
Like what guys like and don't like, because we are interested to hear on the male perspective on this. Yeah, send them in.
Oh my God, male perspective. No, sorry, my ass. They're going to say, I want a girl that's mature, but do they really?
No, they don't. They're going to be honest. On the contrary, men are very honest now.
I think
they are.
So.
Anyways, okay, so on that note, happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
See you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to Who Said What. We hope you enjoyed this episode and found a bit of laughter, a few lessons, or even a new perspective along the way. If you like what you heard, don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with your friends. Also, Don't forget to follow us on social media for behind the scenes moments and to stay up to date on what's coming next.